So, welcome back, coders, and keep on coding, never give up coding. It's interesting. So, in this video, we're going to talk about React. What we're talking about is React CSS styling. React CSS styling. That's what we're talking about, how to do styling in React. So, there are mainly three common ways of doing styling in React. So, the common ways of doing styling in React are these. Let me paste them here. There's inline styling, there's CSS style sheets, and then there's CSS modules. So I'm going to explain one by one. So we're going to start with inline styling. Inline styling is, for example, I have this header component and I'm rendering it out. Now the header component is rendering what is saying hello style, and then it's saying add a little style down here. So what my header component is rendering out. So inline styling is like if I wanted to maybe change this hello style into red, I can do an inline styling. So to do an inline styling, I can go in my component here, or my element h1, and then I'll say style equal to, and then I'll open curly braces. And in the curly braces, I need to pass in an object. This style attribute needs an object. But to pass in an object, I need to what? I need to open curly braces, because an object is a JavaScript. It's a JavaScript what? It's a JavaScript thing. So now I'll pass in my color, and then I'll define my color as red. So I'll save. So when I come back here, the style should have changed to red. So that is how you do it. That's how you do what? Inline styling. Now, usually properties, if you go back to CSS, how properties are written in CSS, if you wanted to do background color in CSS, how the background color is written, it's written as background dash color. But in our case here in React, if I want to do background color, what I do, I don't say background dash color. What I put is this. I use camel case. So I say background, then the next one, instead of putting hyphen color, what I would do, I would say capital letter of color. I use my camel case. So let's give an example. I wanted to change my background color to light blue. So to do that, I would come here, then I would define my background. Say background. Then I would put color. Then I would change my background color to, let's say, light blue. That would be my background color. Light blue. So when I save, my background color should have changed to light blue of my H1 component. It is now light. The background color is light blue. So that is inline styling. But also you could use JavaScript objects. Instead of putting your style inside there, you could define a JavaScript object of the style. Now to define the JavaScript object of the style, you can come here to the header component, and in the header component, you can define a variable const my style. And then in my style, you can let it equal to an object, and in the object you can define different styles. You can define maybe the color to, let's say, white. Then after defining the color to white, you can define the background color to, let's say, background color. You can put the background color to Dodger blue. You can put the background color to Dodger blue. And then from background color, maybe you can put the padding to 10. Let's say this. The padding, you can put it to 10 pixels, so 10 px. And then the font family, you can say font family. Remember, we use camel case, so you can say font family. The font family, I can put sans serif, sans dash serif. This sans has to be capital letter. I can put sans. So now I've defined my JavaScript object of my font style. Now I need to pass my JavaScript object into my style. So to pass my JavaScript object into the style, I can put style, then I can pass in my JavaScript object as my style. So when I save and I come back here, you can see that my style has been implemented. You can see the background is Dodger blue, the text color is white, padding is 10 px here. So everything has been implemented. So, but that's not the only way of doing styling in React. The other way you can do styling, you can define a CSS style sheet. So let's define a CSS style sheet. You can come to my source here, create a new file. And this new file, you can call it app.css. So that is my new style. Now, in my app.css, I can do just basic CSS. I can say body. Then the body, I can say probably background color. I can say the background color here, and then my background color, it's going to be hexadecimal. And my background color here with my hexadecimal here. Then I can define the next as color. I can define my color as white. And then I can define my padding as 40 px. Then I can define my font family. My font family as sans SF. And then I can define my text alignment. Then I define my text alignment as center. Then I can save. So this is my CSS style sheet. Now, if I want to increment my CSS style sheet into this file, what I can do, I can import it. So I can just say import, then ./app.css. So I've imported it into this what? Imported it into this file. Since I've imported it into this file, I can remove this style sheet of mine. I can also remove this inline style. Then I can save. I can come back. Here I can see all the changes have been implemented. You can see that you have everything as hello style. You can have hello style, and you can have add a little style. You can see the background color is the same here. Everything has been implemented. So as you can see here, I did not have to. All the components, if for example, I had like 6 components in this file, right? All these 6 components will all the styles that I've defined in this app.css will be applied on all the 6 components I have. That's why it's advisable to do this. Each component should have its own file. And each component should have probably its own CSS style sheet. And then you import that CSS style sheet into that specific component. So that is how you use CSS style sheets. Now let's talk about CSS modules. Now, another way of adding styles to your application is to use CSS modules. Now, CSS modules are convenient for components that are placed in separate files. For example, if you have a component and the component is placed in a different file, CSS modules are what? Convenient. Now, to create a CSS module, it is simple. Come here to my source, create a new file. And in the new file, what you do, in the new file, you name it. My new file, I'm going to say my hyphen style. Then I'm going to say dot module. I'm creating my CSS module. Dot module dot CSS. So I've created my CSS module here. Now in my CSS module, I'm going to define a module here. It's going to be big blue. So I'll say dot big blue. Then I'm going to define some things in big blue. I'm going to define the color, and the color which I'm going to define will be Dodger blue. And then I'm going to define my padding. The padding will be 40px. And then I'm going to define my font family. My font family will be sans serif. Then I'm going to define my text align, and my text align should be center. So this is now my CSS module that I've defined. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have my component. I'm going to have a component car. So let me remove this. I'm going to define my component car. To define your component car, you can go to your components folder and create a new folder called car.js. Or you already have it if you have been following through this tutorial. Now I'm going to import my what? My CSS module. So I'm going to import it as styles. Then I'll say I named it as my dash style dot module, and that's dash dot module dot CSS. So I've imported my CSS module. After importing my CSS module, then I need to now define my component. So I'll say const car will equal to that. Defining my function, and then I'm going to return a h1 tag. Now my h1 tag is simple. The h1 tag just says hello car. So the h1 tag will just say hello car, and then in the h1 tag I'm going to define a class name. So the class name will come from my CSS module. So from my CSS module I'll just say styles, right, dot big blue. So from my CSS module, I'm picking out big blue specifically. So in this CSS module, you can have many, you can have big black, and all these other modules. And then you can import the CSS module in different components. When you have different components, and in those specific components, you can pick out the specific module you have, and then you can pass that specific module that you have to your specific component. So in this case, my car component, I'll pick out a specific module of big blue. So after that, I will export my car, and everything should be looking well. Then I can come to my index.js here. So in my index.js, I need to import my car. So to import the car, I'll just say import. Should stop importing my app.js. I'll say import car from slash components slash car dot js. I'll save, and I should render out here my car. So I've rendered out my car properly. So then I should save. Everything should be working well. I'm seeing an error. I can't resolve. Probably I spent /module mystyle.module.css. How did I label it? Let me see. How did I label it? Module.css. And how is it supposed to be supposed to be labeled that same way? So I'll have car. Everything can't resolve. Let me see. From my car, saying import styles from. Where did I save this? Car. Yeah. Can't resolve. I need to put dot to go to the previous directory. Then it's saying in car.js line 4 style is not defined. So here we imported it as styles, not style. So save. Come back. Everything should be working. You can see hello car has been rendered out onto our screen. Now the reason why this is not working is because our car component, it's in the components folder, but our CSS module, it is in our previous folder. That's why I put dot. Dot means go back to the parent directory /module.css. So that's why everything is working. Everything is working well. So that is how you do different stylings in CSS. In React. The different stylings you can do inline styling. You can use CSS style sheets, or you can use CSS modules. Thank you for watching. Keep on coding, and see you in the next video.